And within your broader approach to healing, I mean, you've alluded to other approaches, other practices besides internal martial arts that embody your work. Can you describe a little bit of what else you use in supporting other people?
Yes, so the internal arts I see as entirely profoundly life-changing, but it's a daily practice. It's a daily practice. You have to turn up every day and you have to dedicate significant periods of time and energy to it. You can't just do it once a week and hope to have profound transformation. I don't believe that it will work apart from divine intervention in that case, which I do believe in, but for most of us, it just requires daily practice. Now, when I started practicing Tai Chi that first night in my flat on YouTube, it was in that same period where I was introduced to the idea of plant medicines and ayahuasca in particular. And ayahuasca is a psychedelic tea that's made by indigenous healers across large parts of the Amazon rainforest, but Brazil, Colombia, Peru. And I was in such a bad place that I actually needed quite a fast intervention. And Tai Chi, like I've said, you need to turn up every day, which I was prepared to do, but I actually needed something to work a little bit faster than that. And so I booked a flight to Peru, and I had 2 private ayahuasca ceremonies, and that was profoundly life-changing. I was there for 10 days. I was in the jungle and I had 2 ceremonies, and that changed everything. So for Tai Chi, I was talking about how I needed to heal my body, and it was reconstructing my body from the inside, softening, stretching, lengthening. This went straight for the mind, for my behaviors, for my habitual actions, and taught me healthier ways of behaving. And it was magnificent. It was just profoundly life-changing and a huge catalyst. So it's not something that needs to be done every day. It's certainly not something that needs to be done every day. This is why I believe the 2 are totally complementary. You have a daily practice working with your body and your mind, of course, because they're fundamentally linked. But sometimes some people need a massive catalyst, an overwhelming healing catalyst. And that is what psychedelic therapy is. That's what the umbrella term is, psychedelic therapy. That would involve things like, well, anything that's psychedelic. So mushrooms, magic mushrooms as they're known, MDMA, kind of MDMA is in that umbrella as well, and ketamine. There's lots of research that's being done into these plant medicines at the moment because science is finding out that they work potentially better than any other medication that we currently have in our toolbox, certainly in the West. And that too many people are struggling with treatment-resistant depression or PTSD or crippling anxiety, which all of those I was, and nothing works. Some things are management tools, granted, but nothing heals, not in a pharmaceutical sense and not in a talking therapy sense as well. That's strong language, but I would say that they do not heal. They're management tools. Some are more effective than others. Some are entirely toxic, like certain pharmaceuticals are poison as far as I'm concerned. Psychedelic therapy is a massive catalyst. It just the science to it is fascinating. I recommend anyone just do a little bit of research. I'm not a scientist, but the science really is fascinating about the generation and regeneration of synapses in the brain, the potential healing for microabrasions, so concussive injuries on the brain. So you're talking about physiological healing again, but also on the level of the mind and the psyche. Profound healing opportunities exist in psychedelic therapy. And it did that for me. And so I started up my own charitable organization. Well, it's not my own, actually. I started an organization that helps introduce military and emergency services veterans to psychedelic therapy retreat centers around the world. And it's great work because people are getting healing, people are getting healed. And it's a wonderful thing to be part of. It's wonderful. And hopefully, I believe that all Western society is going to be changed because of the incoming psychedelic therapeutic wave that is soon to reach our shores.
And there's a link to Taoism there in that I was attending an amazing lecture by Simon, who's one of Yuan Chugang's disciples, who's now in Canada, and he's a historian, a history scholar, and he's traced the roots of Taoism to Central Asian groups, and then kind of wandering hermits, and the early pictures of them have them alongside mushrooms and things like that. So real men of the wild, kind of integrated in that web of nature and everything that it offers us as tools to work on our own balance within that universal kind of web and field in which we exist. Yeah,
exactly. The connection to nature, a disconnect from nature, is at the root cause of the majority of people's illnesses and diseases, as far as I'm concerned. So connect back with nature again. Physical hard work, but with a correct intention, not just going to the gym and lifting weights, as I've already said, that only introduces more tension. But physical body-based practices that are intentionally designed to heal the body, preferably practiced in nature, so you tick in 2 boxes. And then there are plants and herbal remedies throughout our beautiful world that can be used to help us. They are there to help us. And it's all complementary to each other. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful to be a part of it and see it so clear. So yeah, Taoism, with its basis in nature, it's like, of course, this is all, of course.
It's evident, isn't it? Yeah. And it's interesting how, as a Westerner, you come at this in this very compartmentalized way that we do. Like, martial arts is one bit over there, healing's another bit over there, relaxations are there, exercise is there, and herbology may not have been in your world at all. And you approach a Daoshu and you see it's all one interconnected framework for life and relationships with other people and relationships to self and healing. It's just, it's fascinating, and it's amazing to see how different practitioners have to kind of see those jigsaw pieces and connected it and approach the whole jigsaw piece, in different ways. Yeah.
If you're just missing a part of the puzzle if you're not. Again, in my opinion, it's all one thing. You can't, if you're denying one thing or missing out on one thing, then you're missing out.